where have we gone to with TO? Where is TO going? How often is TO in the hands of communities? And where and when do we need to be rethinking the use of TO as something that actually belongs to and is to be used for communities?
The world-renowned phenomenon of the Theatre of the Oppressed, created by Augusto Boal, is finally hitting Australia this month. Since the death of Augusto Boal in 2009, Adrian Jackson has become the leading man for the Theatre of the Oppressed.
There's no one bigger in the world in this style of theatre. Adrian Jackson is at the forefront of leading this style of theatre. He works with homeless people in London, and he helps to empower these people to get them back on their feet through theatre.
So what is the Theatre of the Oppressed?
Theatre of the Oppressed is a form of theatre developed by Augusto Boal, and it essentially uses theatre to empower those people who have been oppressed in their lives.
Myriam Bourrez, a gay and lesbian rights activist from France, says that the goal of the Theatre of the Oppressed is to unite the people.
The goal of TO is to say, hey, can we all share this space, which is our space, the city and in this world, and to try to make people be more aware about what is going on for the other in this society and how they can help.
In Sydney, the Theatre of the Oppressed has been used by the Playback Theatre in Erskineville. They offer performances aimed at giving the audience a voice through improvisational drama.
The goals of Playback Theatre are to empower the audience through the telling of their stories. So we give audience and the community a space for them to share their stories, and we enact their stories back to them. We play back their stories through the use of movement, improv, comedy, physical theatre.
Chris Reardon, the founder of Third Way Theatre in Melbourne, knows how important forum theatre can be in facilitating discussions around difficult community issues.
Theatre and Theatre of the Oppressed opens up a dialogue. It's a space in which the community can represent something. If you're using forum theatre in particular, that is a crisis, that's a struggle, there's something that is a problem. So going back to Freire, the notion is that it's problem posing. And then they take that out to their community, and the community then has an opportunity to openly engage and exchange and dialogue critically about that issue, assuming on the basis of Boal and Freire's understandings that the community itself has the expertise, not an outside authority, to be able to resolve that, given half a chance, given the opening up of space and opening up of a dialogical environment. Together, communities working with each other, individuals within communities, can find a means and a mechanism to be able to voice ways in which that could change.
Perfect, that's all. In Sunshine, Melbourne, a group of South Sudanese migrants are working on a project they hope will prevent domestic violence in local homes.
The motive of this project is actually healthy relationship in a new culture, and because we came with our different cultures and all of that, and we want to fit those cultures in this modern culture. Sometimes children pick up the culture here more than the foreign, and sometimes there are different issues that weren't actually there back home, like back in Africa or back in Sudan, that are arising here because of the lifestyle and the different life that we have here. And somehow there is a perception of this is right or this was wrong, and all of the cultural aspect that you could think of.
The workshops that will be held in Sydney and Melbourne hold a great importance for drama teachers, as it allows them to empower and change the lives of their own students.
Teachers work with children from all walks of lives who come from a whole range of backgrounds, and we try to empower our students to move on in the world and to be the best people they can be.
Over hundreds of theatre practitioners will be attending the 2-day workshops, hoping to gain a better understanding about how communities can be empowered.
So why I think it's important is that because over the last 10 years, I've received a lot of emails from people who want to use the techniques, for example, in Aboriginal communities, but they're not members of the communities. They want to use it to help people with disadvantage or people who are marginalised, but they are not members of those communities. I have to say sometimes I'm not a member of the communities I work with, but I suppose I question the notion of using TO as a means to help or to educate or to empower others.
This is Bryony Woods reporting for Upstage Sydney.